Happy Bookmas Day 24, or Merry Christmas Eve, or just Happy Saturday if you don't celebrate. So today we are going to be doing a Christmas bookshelf scavenger hunt. I always love doing this on Christmas Eve. It is just so fun, but this year I decided to ask you guys for the prompts. So it's going to be a little bit different than what we usually do because I'm going to be doing it like vlog style, which I think is going to be a lot of fun. Also, the prompts that you guys came up with were actually like so good. You guys had so many great ones, so I cannot wait to get into this one. But before we do, don't forget to click that subscribe button and then click the bell icon so you will be notified whenever I post. I'm going to be posting a new video every single day for the entire month of December, but there will still be new videos after that, so you don't want to miss any of those. But without further ado, let's get scavenging. I am so excited for this. I literally had such a hard time narrowing down the prompts that I'm gonna do, so I already have a ton for next year. Like I feel like I'm not even gonna have to ask you guys for some new ones. So the first one is a book title with 25 letters, and I already filmed this video actually. I didn't do very many prompts because I felt like it was taking a really long time, but part of that is because to find a book title with 25 letters, I was looking for ages. Why am I refilming the video, you might ask though? I had something green in my teeth and it was like giant on one of my front teeth. So yeah, I had to scrap it, but like I wasn't really happy with how I filmed it anyways. I was going to like add some more later, so it's whatever. But because I have already gone through this, I do remember the 25 title or 25 letter title. Where is it though? Okay, here, it's right here. So The Summer of Bitter and Sweet by Jen Ferguson has 25 letters in the title. And I'm so glad that I found that one right away because honestly, you don't even know how long I was looking last time. For the next prompt, I'm gonna look for a book with 12 letters in the title because I didn't do that one last time and that was one of the suggestions. So let's see. And I promise I'm not just gonna sit here the whole time. This just seems easier right now. This one is actually surprisingly harder than I thought too. There we go. Okay, so that did take a little bit, but not nearly as long as the 25. So Defy the Night by Bridget Kemmermer. This has 12 letters in the title. Nailed it. So next is a book with a Christmas spirit. So I feel like, I mean, it says a Christmas spirit, so basically like a book with a ghost in it, but I did just recently, yesterday, when I'm filming this, finish a book that actually had a Christmas spirit in it. Where is it? I literally, oh, it's right by my foot. So Just Like Magic by Sarah Hogel has a Christmas spirit in it. I wasn't expecting to enjoy this one as much as I did. Like I was really unsure through a lot of it, but it was actually super, super cute. Definitely like kind of a grumpy sunshine sort of thing, but the Christmas spirit character is just a sweet cinnamon roll. I can't speak. And this was a really great festive read. Highly recommend. I did actually film a TikTok like immediately after finishing it because I had enjoyed it so much. But for a book with a ghost, there's definitely a few, like The Diviners by Libba Bray has more of like an ooky spooky sort of ghost thing. And then another book that I was thinking of is one that I read this year, but obviously The Dead Romantics by Ashley Poston also has a ghost as a main character in the story. And the ghost thing is like quite a main part of the plot line. Ooh, there's another book that I could say, but it would be a spoiler, so I'm not gonna say that. Okay, so next is a book that is set in winter, and it's so hard for me to remember little details of books that I read, which is what makes these videos, like these scavenger hunts and stuff, so challenging, but I still love doing them. So I did recently in the second reading vlog of Bookmas, finish a book that was set in winter, but obviously like Christmas reads, they're set in winter, but this was one where I was unaware that it was going to be set in the winter. Where is it? Oh, it's not in the pinks. I remember, I had moved this one. Arsenic and Adobo by Mia P. Manansala. This one is set during the winter, which I was completely unaware of. It was a nice surprise. Next prompt is a book with snowflakes on the cover. So this one's kind of difficult because I don't want to go for just Christmas reads. That was part of my thing with doing this video, but I'm trying to think of what might have snowflakes on the cover. This one, I don't think it has snowflakes. I mean, looks like a wintry, wow, that angle though. It looks like a wintry sort of read. Oh, I think I just showed you that my pants are just in the middle of the hallway. But anyways, this one just has stars on it. I haven't had time to clean anything, so my house is a disaster, but we're just gonna pretend that it's not. Over here, does this one have any? No snow, but for some reason this gives me like snow vibes. Oh, this one can count. Yeah, Hunted by Megan Spooner. That one has like a lot of snowflakes on it. I don't think you can see it because the cover is so reflective, but I promise they are there. I don't know if I have anything else that's not Christmassy that has snowflakes on the cover. So we're just gonna go with that. I hairsprayed my hair, but I also hairsprayed my eyelashes, so that's a sensation. Next is a book with a tree on the cover. This is like such an outlier, right? Oh, maybe this one. I just looked at it. Kind of this one, Entwined by Heather Dixon, kind of has it. I feel like obviously like the inspiration is a Christmas tree, but do I have to find a book that has a Christmas tree on it? I mean, this book has some trees in the background, so that could count. What else do we have here? Oh, that's a big tree. That counts. Wow, nailed it. I do kind of want to try and find though like a pine tree, because I feel like that, you know, that would really be smashing it out of the park. We have more trees on here. Apparently Morgan Matson just really likes to have trees on the cover of her books. Does this one have a pine tree maybe? This one does have like some pine trees. The Great Alone by Kristen Hanna. I don't know if I have anything else that might have a pine tree. I have to sneeze. It's not happening. What else do we have? Let's try and go over here. I think that's gonna be it for trees. I don't know if I have anything with a pine tree on it. Now it's kind of gonna bug me though, but we're just gonna move along. Okay, next is a book whose world you'd like to spend Christmas in. A book whose world I would like to spend Christmas in. I mean, I feel like Wonderland, which is all over there, that might be the obvious answer, but also I feel like it might, like Wonderland rejects you at every turn. So I'm like, it might be a little chaotic for Christmas. So I don't know, like what world would I like to spend Christmas in? Especially because I haven't been reading a lot of fantasies lately. It's hard for me to kind of narrow that one down. Oh, I guess I'll say like Ketterdam, the Grishaverse, that would be a great place for me to spend Christmas because I mean, it's cold, it's wintry, it feels like that would be cool. I would go with the vibes for that. That was a really weird sentence that I don't know why I said it like that. But anyways, next is a book with like people that you would like to spend Christmas with. Can I say the same thing? Because that absolutely would be the same thing, but I will switch it up. So another book that I would like to spend Christmas in that world, or not in that world, with those characters. I keep forgetting about the other side, but I waited to film this video until I was gonna have like my filming equipment down so then I could film on both sides. I have so much stuff on my floor and you can see it. I'm so sorry. I don't know why I'm apologizing to you, like it's my problem, but anyways, I am going to, I'm gonna go with all the characters from One Last Stop by Casey McQuiston. Loved these characters. They are just like standing out in my mind. Or actually, another really good one is all the characters from The Lost Ticket. It's behind my sign there. But The Lost Ticket by Freya Sampson, which I read at the end of this year. Oh, they're so sweet. So I think that would be a great one. I'm trying to avoid, though, like my 2022 reads because I've been talking about those books a lot. So I want to kind of change it up. Okay, next is a gold foil book. And I love gold foil. So I actually have quite a few, like really this whole section here. We have gold foil. I mean, this copy of The Hate You Give, like 100% gold foil. Then King of Scars, that's a lot of gold foil. And also Guilt, lots of gold foil. This one actually has some gold foil on it too. It's like really reflective and everything. So yeah, we have tons of that. And then another question was a book with silver and gold. And I feel like I always go for the exact same one. Where even is it? I'm really making it seem like I don't know where things are in the rainbow. I do. It's just, I haven't really been on my like shelves for a while. Oh, actually, this book has silver and gold on it. Ooh, so much silver and gold. The Starless Sea by Erin Morgenstern. Perfect. But usually I go for the Hazelwood, which I can't find my copy because usually it's over here. Aha, there we go. Ta-da. Yeah, so much silver and gold. But lately what's been happening is I'll take books out for videos and then I like don't remember where they were before, and then I put them back wherever, and it's really messing me up. I am my own worst enemy. Next is top of shelf with elf in brackets. So I'm just gonna like reach and get a random book from the top of my shelf. So here, oh my goodness, it's actually so high since I've put these extensions on, but Lore by Alexandra Bracken. I still need to read this one. And she has a new book coming out. I just can't keep up with stuff. It's a problem. I am going to take a hot chocolate break though. Okay, next up is a book that is about a winter sport. And I can only think of one, and that is Isn't It Romantic by Lissa, I found out it's Lissa K. Adams. This is the one, right? Yes, it is. So this is the story about the Russian, and he is a hockey player. It's not like, I mean, it's a romance book, but it has hockey in it. Also, I was listening to the audiobook for the newest one, which is like a Christmas one, and they were pronouncing Vlad as Vlad. So I'm kind of confused about that, but I don't. Next is a book with a bow on the cover. That's actually hard. Some of these I screenshot and I know I was thinking of like a particular book, but then when it actually comes down to it, I'm like, I have no idea what book I was thinking of. A book with a bow on the cover. I really don't know. I mean, I must have something with a bow on the cover. Was I thinking of something in particular, or do I just like bows? And I was like, oh, I hope I can find something with a bow on the cover. I mean, maybe there's a bow on one of the dresses on like, not the selection, but one of the books that I have here. I mean, I have a lot. Oh, maybe on Spin the Dawn, because that one's about like sewing and stuff. No bow on here. I mean, she does have a sash that is kind of tied like a bow, but I think that would be kind of pushing it a little bit. What's a book with a bow on the cover? Okay, I'm going to go back to my original kind of plan, which was, no, this one doesn't have a bow. I'm just kind of picking up random ones at this point because my mind is going elsewhere. But my original plan was to look for books that have, what you would call it? Oh my God, why am I blanking? Girls in dresses on the cover. Wow, my bad. Ooh, wait, maybe this one? Okay, it has ribbon. Can ribbon count? Crest by Marissa Meyer? I feel like ribbon can count. I am going to give myself that one. I feel like that's maybe even better than a bow, but I'm also like, still as I'm saying this, looking to find a bow. So I'll keep that one on the back burner, but I think that that was a solid answer. Okay, I need to stop looking. Next is a book that is about baking, or like has baked goods on the cover. So this book, we have cupcakes and it's about baking. And then, I mean, I have quite a few actually, but oh, there's another one right in front of me. This one has baking, but there is like a particular one that I thought of, and that is Love from Scratch. This one, I mean, look at all those baked goods. We have so many baked goods. Wonder if this one has a bow on the cover. No, oh, it has a bow tie. Does a bow tie count? See, I have done that one like better than expected, okay? I'm gonna, give myself that. Next is a book with the Groundhog Day trope. So the first one that comes to mind is In a Holidays by Christina Lauren. It's a Christmassy book that features the Groundhog Day trope. I feel like there's actually quite a few of those, which is probably why the Groundhog Day trope was like one of the prompts that I was given. But there is one that I haven't read yet that has the Groundhog Day trope, and that is See You Yesterday by Rachel Lynn Solomon. This is like a first day of college sort of Groundhog Day trope. One of the prompts that I was given that I feel like I have no clue what I would answer for, but I thought it was like a really interesting one that came up a lot, is like a book with a Christmassy scene on it, but it's not actually a Christmas book. But I don't know like what I would go for that. I'm just killing it with this vlog style angle, and I'm being entirely sarcastic with that. Oh, my camera's gonna die. Okay, I switched to my phone. I'm really sorry, but I had no other choice because my camera died, and I'm experiencing so many obstacles in filming this video, but like now this is the last day that I kind of have available to film it. So we're just gonna continue here. I do greatly apologize though. But the next prompt that I have is for a book with a candle on it. And I don't know, like what would have a candle on it? I'm trying to think. I feel like my first instinct is to go for kind of like a medieval style fantasy, or something like this has, oh, nailed it. I was gonna say something like this that has a lot of like different symbols on it, and yeah, that ended up being a good choice. So right there where my pinky is, we have 2 candles. Nailed it. Okay, now I need to use my computer to find the prompts. This is like so much more complicated than I was supposed to be. So a book with red and white on it. Red and white, I feel like is kind of hard. Do I want just red and white? Is that the deal? Or can it have another color on it? I mean, I don't want to move my sign because that seems like a lot of work. So the Dream Thieves, you know, we've got red and white on the spine. Oh, this one's actually red and white. Okay, never mind. Because I was thinking of The Hate U Give, but I really didn't want to move. But the Honey Don't List by Christina Lauren is very much red and white and kind of actually is giving Valentine's Day vibes more so. Next is a book with a star on the cover. I have so many with stars on the cover. And actually, this one would also work for gold foil and I think silver and gold. But Star Daughter by Shveta Thakrar is literally like a star story. I guess there's not really a star on the cover, like not explicitly, but I mean, it is about the star daughter, so I feel like that counts. But let's try and find something a little bit better. I thought that was going to be a lot easier than it was. I mean, I was earlier showing you guys Sophie and the Bone Song, and this does have stars, like a starry sky, so not explicitly like the symbol of a star. I didn't expect this one to be as hard as it is at this moment. I thought this was going to be one of the easier ones. I think maybe A Million Junes by Emily Henry. No, but this one kind of gives me star vibes is why. I was thinking, oh, wait, right next to it. Once again, Christina Lauren is coming in clutch. We've got a lot of stars on this one, Twice in a Blue Moon. So tons of stars. I was hoping to find something more explicitly star, but I don't know why I have like a book in my mind for all of these that I'm like, yes, that one, but it doesn't actually exist or I don't own it. Actually, I feel like if I went over here, I could probably find some more stars, but I'm just gonna leave it and move on to the next one. Next is a book where the main character has red hair and green eyes. I thought this was a really clever one because I mean, red and green, but also I feel like red hair and green eyes is a major thing that I feel like an older style YA I used to read about. So I'm pretty sure that America from the Selection by Kiera Cass has red hair and green eyes. For sure she has red hair. It looks like on the cover, at least, she has green eyes, and I'm pretty positive that she does. And then I think another one that comes to mind is over here, because I remember when I first started BookTube reading like a bunch of books around the same time that all the characters had red hair and green eyes. So I'm pretty sure that Ruby from the Darkest Minds by Alexandra Bracken had red hair and green eyes in the book as well. But I can't remember the eye color so much, and I'm less confident about that one. Next is a book that is set on New Year's Eve, or like a New Year's Eve book. So obviously one that I have talked about because I love this one, The Chaos of Standing Still by Jessica Brody. This one is set on New Year's Eve. It's like snowed in at an airport. It's really good. And then another one is one that I finished this year. So it's not set like explicitly on New Year's Eve, but there is like, it's a fake dating thing and New Year's Eve is the cutoff for it. And I also can't look for books and talk at the same time, which is unhelpful for this video. But that book is Written in the Stars by Alexandria Bellefleur. Next is a book that is set in winter in New York City. And I mean, there's one that I had to mention this one, even though it is a Christmas read. But if that is what you are looking for, then look no further than Dash and Lily's Book of Dares, because it is like the ultimate New York love letter, but New York at Christmas time. It's really cute. Oh, also we have another book with snowflakes here. I didn't really like this book that much in the end, but it does have snowflakes on. Next is book titles that are Christmas songs. So since I'm here in front of my Christmas books, I'm gonna move all the crap that's on the floor, but I feel like now is time to do this. So correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that Just Like Magic is an Ariana Grande Christmas song. I'm not entirely sure about that. But we also have, I mean, Kiss Her Once for Me is in the lyrics of, I can't think of what song it is, but it is in the lyrics. And what else do we have that's a Christmas song? This might just be easier at this point. Oh, another prompt was to find a book with like Love or Actually in the title, Duke Actually, and it also has Love Actually as like a thing in the book. All I Want for Christmas, obviously, by Maggie Knox. That is a Christmas song. You're a Mean One, Matthew Prince could kind of count because it's like the Grinch. Down here, do we have anything that is a Christmas song? So This Is Christmas, actually. That is a Christmas song. I think that's all I've got, though. Now that I sat down, I really don't want to stand up, but I forced myself to do it. Next is a snowed in read, and I mean, I've talked about this one before. Chaos of Standing Still is a snowed in read. Then there's also actually a snowed in element in Kiss Her Once for Me. That happens like a couple of times. And then the only other one that I can think of, although I probably have read more. Oh, actually, I think that I haven't thought of this one. I think this one might be a snowed-in read, but By Your Side by Casey West, they get like stuck in a library, but is it snow? No, I think that they just end up locked in the library. So that doesn't count. But the other one that I was thinking of is right here. So You Can Go Your Own Way by Eric Smith. That is definitely a snowed-in story, and it is snowed in an arcade. Oh, also Whiteout, which I read earlier this year, or not earlier this year, I read it like a week ago. But that one is also a snowed-in story, and it's like Atlanta gets this giant snowstorm. Next is the 25th book on my shelf. So what shelf shall I choose? Here, I'm gonna go over here because I haven't gone over here as much. 25. Okay, so that book is Pride by Ippy Zellboy, and I actually really enjoyed this book. The next challenge is to spell Grinch with book titles. So let's see. I need a G. Do we have a G? I'm not gonna count like the first, or if it says the, I'm not gonna count that. But for G, we have Grown by Tiffany D. Jackson. I'm going to flip the camera. That might be more fun. This is the downside of filming on my iPhone. I have to actually stop the video to flip the camera. Okay, so we have Grown, G. Then we need an R. Do we have an R? Can I get an R? I mean, I'm going to I feel like I need to focus. And if I start looking for the other letters, I'm going to get really confused. But I am actually doing that because I know I'll need a C eventually. So C. Clap when you land. Okay. Where's an R? Do I not have any books? I can't even think of any books that start with an R. Let's go over here. I mean, anything with an R. I'm gonna need an H and an I. Okay, here's an I. Ink by Alice Broadway. This one will work, but we need an R. Can I find an R? It's always the ones that I don't think are going to be that hard that actually end up being quite hard. Oh, here we go. Okay. So I'm not going to count the, but ravens. So G, R, I, and then we need N, C, H. So we need an N and an H. Okay. I accidentally stopped filming. I don't know how I did that, but I'm so annoyed. This video literally doesn't want to happen. But for H, I found Hannah Khan Carries On. And yeah, I did end up getting Grinch. And if I didn't show N, because I may have left out N as well, November 9 is the one that I went for. I don't know what is wrong with this video, but it just doesn't want to happen. Also, I don't have this lit because it's like dead. It just looks very sad. Oh, I guess it doesn't look that sad right now, but whatever. Next is an author with like Christmassy names. So Noel, I think Mary could also count. I've done this before with like book characters, but I feel like it's kind of easier with authors' names because, I mean, you can actually see them, and I'm terrible at remembering actual like character names, but I did actually just see one. We have Julian Winters, you know, winter. I feel like that is a good one. What else do we have? I definitely have some, but I'm having trouble thinking of them. Why does this always happen to me? I mean, can I say John Green? Because green, sure, let's do that. Green, you know, green's a Christmassy color. I know that when I wrote down this question, I was thinking of someone in particular, or like many people in particular, but I can't think of any. Have I read any books by like a Noel? I don't think I have. I don't know. Oh, actually, I think this one's kind of funny. This is a Christmas book, which is why it's kind of funny, but Duke Actually is by Jenny Holiday. I don't know if that's her actual name, but it does work, you know. It might just be like a pen name. Ooh, also Nicholas could work, like Nicholas or Nick. So, oh, where is it? Where is it? Wait, where is it? Oh, it's somewhere over here. I know that it's somewhere over here. There we go. Dear Martin by Nick Stone. We have a Nick there. That was definitely what I was thinking of, was that I could also do like Nick or whatever. I think I like sufficiently answered that question, but I'm probably going to keep on like looking at books and then seeing Christmas names and being like, I should have answered that one, because that is what always happens. Next is a book with a Grinch or Scrooge-like main character. So, I mean, You're a Mean One, Matthew Prince, obviously, it's like a Grinch retelling, so we have one there, but then also in Just Like Magic, that has kind of a Grinch or Scrooge-like main character, but I feel like she changes her tune really quickly. But for a not Christmassy book, I thought of Iron Widow because we have like a really driven main character who like isn't necessarily the most likable in ways. I really liked her, but because of her like determination, I found that very admirable. I think another one, probably Carrie Soto is back, is going to have a Grinch or Scrooge like main character. I haven't read it yet, so I cannot confirm nor deny. Oh, and then of course, what's it called? The Cynthia Hand Christmas book. That one also has a like Scrooge main character because it's a Christmas Carol retelling. Next is a book with a cabin. And I feel like, so I know like Wintry Cabin is probably what the deal was. I'm just gonna put this down because I think it's easier and probably more pleasant. But there's also a lot of summery cabins. So Every Summer After by Carly Fortune. I'm also thinking of like that new one that is coming out by Annabelle Monaghan. That one will have a cabin. This one kind of has a cabin, Beach Read by Emily Henry, but right next to it, actually, this one has a cabin. Second Chance Summer by Morgan Matson. It's like returning to a family cabin, but it's also sad. And then the last one that I will show you, because I probably could actually find quite a few more, is What I Thought Was True by Huntley Fitzpatrick. This one is once again about a character like at a cabin that they're returning to. Next is a book with antlers on the cover, and this is kind of another one. I feel like I'm tempted to go for books that have like these symbols on them because I think I might have luck there. Why do I feel like there is definitely a book that I'm thinking of with antlers, but I don't know if I own it. 1000% there are books with antlers on it. Maybe Shadow and Bone has antlers on it. Where is it? It's over here. Okay, so this one has a deer on it. Is that overachieving? I will try and find one with just the antlers. Oh, nailed it. Okay, so this isn't exactly the book I was thinking of, but it does work. So Among the Beasts and Briars by Ashley Poston has 2 sets of antlers. Woo! I hope that I have enough, but the last one that I'm going to do, this one is actually probably going to be a challenge. Oh, I just found another Winters. We also have Cat Winters, sorry. But the reason I was looking at author names is because the next one is to find an author with the initials SC. This is one of those that I feel like theoretically it must exist, but I also am like, I don't actually know. Like I don't have anyone in particular in mind. I just thought of one. Okay, wait, right in front of me. Suzanne Collins. Nailed it. The author of The Hunger Games, of course. Wow, that was so much easier than I thought it was gonna be. I thought I was gonna be looking for an eternity, but that was not the case. So then I'm gonna end it off on this one, but I think that this book, I would consider it's like a Christmassy scene, but I don't really consider this one to be like a Christmas book. It's more of a winter book. However, the publisher might disagree with me. Like, I think this is marketed as a Christmas read. By 8 Perfect Hours by Leah Louise, it like starts on Christmas, but most of it is not set on Christmas. And then I think that the finale is also not on Christmas. Oh, this is another snowed-in read, actually. So yeah, this one I think has a Christmassy scene, but is not a Christmas read. But that also depends on who you ask, because I really think a lot of people would probably think that one is a Christmassy read. I actually kind of want to try and find others for that one. I mean, this one's kind of a Christmassy scene, not like necessarily, but I feel like I want a book that has like a bunch of family on the cover. But what is considered a Christmassy scene, you know? Let's just keep with that because I'm going to be looking for ages at my shelves if I decide not to. This angle. Wow. Okay, so that is going to be all for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I'm really sorry that I had to finish filming it on my phone, but this video has been an obstacle, but I had a lot of fun with it, so I hope you guys did too. And thank you so much for those of you who sent prompts to me. Much appreciated. You guys had some really, really great ones. But tomorrow for Bookmas Day 25, of course, it's Christmas Day, so I'm going to be doing my Christmas book haul, but this time I did it as an unboxing, which is really fun. So I will see you in that video tomorrow. I hope you have a Merry Christmas Eve or just a good Saturday night. Bye!